Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back. Well, I mean, to the end, y'all. I think, what do you call it? Um, we're pretty much good for the most part. I mean, yeah, things could be better. I mean, things will always be better, as they say. Eon, get back to the bed, you fucking son of a bitch. How are we already getting attacked, brother? What the hell? Ah, this is good combat training for the boys anyways, but I mean, yeah, I mean, realistically speaking, I think... Why is Hunter set to passive, bro? This guy's been through a lot, can I just say that, man? Like, the amount of shit that this guy had to go through. Oh, and now we got skeleton bandits too, let's go. Well, you know, hey man, it's not Kenshi unless it's a fucking brawl, bro. But yeah, I mean, we've been training our characters for like a long ass time, and honestly, I think we have like a solid character overall. Of course, you know, not all of our characters are like super strong, right? But oh, there goes someone's arm. Well, you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword, I guess. Holy shit. What's going on over here? Looks like we're getting attacked by scavengers too. It's honestly kind of nice to see a good combat character, man. I think one of the most satisfying thing in Kenshi is going from you're a shitter to like, you know, shitter no more. Like, look at that shit, bro. Now I'm the one who makes limb flies. It's honestly quite nice. Honestly, man, I gotta admit, like, man, that heavy armor do block a lot of damage, though. Oh. Sorry, can you guys come out? Because I think we might need some medical attention on a couple of our peeps here, because they're kind of fucked. Tell you how you guys are holding up. Yeah, they're fine. I think Yurt is the only one who needs like medical attention. Damn, right arm 0 damage, man. Oh, we're on a samurai arc anyways. I like how we're just de-limbing people now. Anyways, Hunter, can you go, like... Alright. Y'all can be set to pass. That's fine. But yeah, it just goes to show, like, the logistic, right? Of, like, putting together, like, anybody with, like, any martial prowess, man. Like, we have way more, what you may call it, backline production than frontline, I guess. Oh, it looks like we're just executing a couple peeps. Hey, but at least we can defend ourselves from, like, you know, Joe Smo's raid, right? Like, I don't think we can take on a full skeleton group bandit due to the fact that we only realistically only have, like, 3 combat personnel. But, I mean, like, the... Oh, sorry. Actually, no, you go to bed. And then, Hunter, go to the repair kit. But yeah, I mean, this guy's been through a lot, honestly. Like, in the whole grand scheme of things, you know, he's been fighting his entire life to, like, scrounge away. I mean, it's not anything special, right? Like, the outpost is not that strong, but it's my outpost, you know what I'm saying? Now I need to just stop. The problem is that with blunt weapons, you don't really kill them unless you do like obscene amount of damage to them. At least enough for them to like fuck off, basically. Hey, hey, hey! Why are you molesting my guy? Get out of here. Yeah, we just gotta do enough damage for when these motherfuckers doesn't want to get up, but... I mean, we have a lot of local guards right now. Eon is doing some recovery. It's mainly just Hunter, honestly. That means the GOAT. Alright, what crafting anyways? Oh yeah, we're going for masterwork grade, right? Because right now we only have specialists, is that correct? No, it's actually masterwork, brother. Actually 2 masterwork, never mind, I lied. Thank you, Peppa. I think this is probably gonna be the last Kenshi stream. How's your Kenshi run going? I know you're doing solo, so you're probably like just wandering the wasteland, I guess. It is kind of crazy, by the way. Look, it takes how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shitters to just make 3 shitters that are like somewhat combat effective. Oh, fair enough. Honestly, I've been on the grind. I'm thinking of picking up EU5, but then I look at my wallet. I look back at me. I'm like, maybe not. Because it just came out, so like, what you might call it? It's like full price, so it's a little bit hard to stomach. But I mean, it looks really good though, and you know, judging by the reviews and shit like that, it looks like it's actually kind of nice. It's a good game that comes out, which is kind of crazy. What's going on over here? We're just executing people. All good neighborhood. Oh, you've been grinding Solaris? I don't know, man. Solaris right now leaving a salty taste in my mouth, man, because like every single patch, at least recently, has made multiplayer so destabilized that it's just not fun to play, and like it's quite atrocious. I have not been playing much Solaris because usually when I play Solaris these days, it's with the boys, and like literally 30 years in, it's just desync hell. Like we get 30 years into the game, desync. Every 2 years, desync. It used to be like we get into desync hell around 2300. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. I highly doubt it's a skill issue. And the problem with also for people, this is like a TSA announcement for people who play Paradox multiplayer. If you have a lot of desync, do check the desync folder because there can be gigabytes of desync just basically sitting in the folder, man. Like I had like 20 gigs of desync basically, like crash logs. So yeah, it's not fun right now. So I'm kind of like burnt out on Paradox a little bit. Dude, I guess then again, if you play single player, like it's not an issue, right? Like game runs fine. If you play multiplayer, game run like shit. I'm just praying that they just fix it, man, one day. Oh yeah, we also maxed out on beds too. Look at that. I mean, realistically, the next step will probably be training these shitters to like be like at least 30, and then the away squad to be at least 50. But whatever. I feel accomplished. That's crazy. I guess I don't know. Maybe I guess we do have like a range of PCs. I have one friend who refuses to upgrade his PC for. I mean, his PC actually lasts quite a long time. I think it's like 8 something years now, and he just refused to upgrade. And I'm just like, you can upgrade now. It's not a bad time to upgrade. I guess then again, I mean, my PC's not that old, relatively speaking, because like I've been. It's that whatever the Greek ship is, you know, where like you've been replacing parts over time. First the motherboard / CPU died, so then I had to replace that, and then the GPU died, so then I had to replace that. So, relatively speaking, my PC is not as old. I mean, we live close to each other, relatively speaking, but I think it's the difference in PC specs, and then I don't even know. We don't even play in that big of a galaxy. I think we play like medium or something like that. I've been downgrading because of how poor performance has been, also because they're like around 2300 is when the game just be like, all right, now I give up. You guys are not doing enough, you know, unaliving of other people. So yeah, bye. There goes performance. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And then we get hit with these things. So it's been pissing me off, to say the least, of things. So I'm like, I'm a bit hesitant in going in and doing another Paradox game, honestly. So also interested to do CK3 because CK3 just recently released China, or I guess not China, but Asia, and that looks fun, like it. But I'm like, I don't really want to buy the DLC for CK3 because I feel like it's kind of shallow in the grand scheme of things. There's some fun things to do, but what you may call it, I feel like there's not much. Yeah, Tony. At least for me, Before the latest patch, we used to be able to run to like 2300. Before like the desync hell happened, right? And then now, for some reason, I don't know what the fuck. Even though they're like, we improved stability, y'all. It's now 2230 for us. I don't know if they released like a hot patch recently or anything, but we haven't played recently because like that has just left such a sour taste in my mouth, man. To have a game basically not function. So yeah, that's been pretty disappointing. I don't know about EU5. I haven't seen much multiplayer content. And most of the multiplayer content that I did see was from, you know, YouTubers who have like pre-access to, you know, are we getting attacked? I can't tell. They have pre-access to the game, so they're running the P patch. So I don't know about the post patch or the post release. But yeah, I mean, EU5 looks really promising though. I think it's definitely a huge jump up from EU4, considering the fact that, you know, they're basically cannibalizing a bunch of game mechanics from other game genres. And it seems as though there's gonna be more peace activities. Where are you fuckers going? I don't know, but no, there's a guy who's shooting us. Well, prepare to meet God, motherfucker. Oh, well, you actually blocked that. Damn. Come on, man. You gotta use Ethernet. Honestly, man, the Ethernet situation, like, I have to route my Ethernet because, like, it's technically on a different floor, so I gotta route it down, to my floor. I guess I could just, you know, like, probably move the Ethernet cable, but then I gotta go talk to the Ethernet company. It's just not time because the box was installed, on, I guess, on the top floor, but so I just have a really long ass line of cable to get from my router to my computer, but it's worth it. I love the speed. It's true. Yeah, that's the problem if you don't own it, right? So, that's why I'm routing it a floor down. I guess it depends on the Wi-Fi, right? Like 5G these days is like insane, you know, for speed wise. But the problem with 5G is that, well, you need a router, and then you also the distance between the router and whatever your PC is can also be an issue too, because 5G doesn't like extend as far as 4G. So you need to have like, I don't know, like some middleman to boost it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a trip hazard. I should find a thing where I put over the wire to be like, yeah, the people don't trip. What am I doing again, man? I don't know, man. I guess the problem with Kenshi is that once you get a base going, realistically, you don't really need much to just like sustain yourself. Honestly, let's just enjoy life. I feel like, you know, Turkin has been on the grind for like 9,000 years, bro. That guy has not stopped grinding. He's been grinding non-stop in order to become a martial god. Which, you know, at this point, he's a martial shitter, but, you know, it's all good. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna help. But it's good though. At least you guys don't suffer the same fate of my group. And we're just running 3 players, by the way. It's just me and my 2 guys. And what do you call it? Yeah, it's just awful right now. But I mean, I'm interested to try it out though. We'll see. I'm kind of waiting for Infernos. I feel like once Infernos is done, like they can, you know, because right now Paradox is on the DLC cycle. I guess then again, if you think about it, they're always gonna be on the DLC cycle. But I'm hoping they take a little bit of a break after Infernos to just fix like multiplayer stability, game performance, like what you may call it. I know they said they were gonna do some ship rework, though. Generally speaking, I think it's just economy bloat. You know, the economy throughout the patches has been power creeping, you know, upwards and upwards, where people can generate like an insane amount of resources, right? So there's probably gonna be an economy rebalance at some point. I feel like I did like that they rebalanced the crystals, Though I think they need to rebalance it even more, because like depending on the planets that you generate, you can generate like an astronomical amount of like what you may call it. Right now I think crystals you can generate a lot of. I don't know about gases and the Volta motes. Damn, that's fair enough. I don't know. Usually, also one thing about Stellaris that kind of annoys me a little bit is that I feel like you never get. I guess it's a good and bad thing, right? The good thing is that you never get rest time because there's always 10 billion things that you gotta click, read, and like do. But at the same time, though, it's just like, man, this is a lot of shit, man. Because there's a lot of different mechanics and shit like that. Like, if you have all the DLCs and stuff like that. Which, I think these days, I mean, yeah, usually Stellaris is my main one. And I usually main all the DLCs for that one. So there's like a billion fucking things to do. You got Ancient Relics. You got Astral Rifts. At some point, those worm things pop up too. You gotta deal with those motherfuckers. Colony events, random anomalies. You meet other empires. There's a bunch of shit, man. That always happens. I feel like it's not until I guess towards the end game. I mean, even the end game, like you're probably like microing ships and shit like that. Cause like I usually like to play on higher crisis strength, though. My friends doesn't enjoy that, which makes me sad because like the whole point of end crisis is that we're gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I guess then again, living through an end game crisis is nice. Seeing your civilization not fall apart, it's actually kind of nice. But usually, I like to end each campaign with a bang. Okay, y'all. So I've been toning it down though, so that we have a chance. But then again, we haven't been playing because of stability right now, so we'll see. We'll see if the stability ever gets fixed. And also performance. But I feel like there's really nothing much you can do without having to like rebalance the entire game because like again, people are producing too many ships. It's like when the Great Nerf happened. Where they I forgot to bring the boost. Bitch, I've been playing like 9 years, man. Honestly, these days I've been playing a lot of battle royales. Battlefield 6, Red Sec. Not too bad. I think my biggest complaint with it is that the queue times are goddamn too damn long, man. Like, we ran into yesterday, I think it was a bug probably, where like lobbies cannot get filled properly. So you just join a lobby, you sit there for like 10 minutes. You're waiting for people to join. And it's just like, it's a pain in the ass, man, because no one wants to wait 10 minutes in between games. But I am enjoying the game mode when you actually get to play, but I am not enjoying when apparently I guess the game mode is dead because there's not enough players filling the slots. So kind of sad. And then I imagine once I think Call of Duty is coming out soon too. So I imagine when that comes out, it's gonna they're both gonna cannibalize each other. Cannabis player base. So it's probably gonna be even worse, man. But I've been enjoying it. And then the other thing is that I've been playing a little bit of Apex. I haven't played Apex in like a long time, and like honestly, man, they were cooking. I like a couple of new mechanics that they added in, where like you can work towards unlocking your gun special mechanic or something like that. Special attachments, and then there's also amp eagles that you can get that also gives you like infinite bats, extra shields. That's honestly kind of cool. I like what they're cooking with the game. And that's pretty much been it. Also, we did some peak. I got checkmated into buying peak, and we did not win on our first run. Unfortunately, I did really well. Didn't die until like the last lava level, where like I was stupid and I fell into the lava, and it turns out lava instant kills you basically. So yeah, that was sad, man. I was like, God damn it, man. I went through 4 levels of shenanigans and I died at basically the end. And then when we got to the lava or like the volcano climb part, what you may call it, the spawn was like horrific basically, and we didn't have any items to help us because we there was only one guy who was doing pretty well. The rest of us was struggling out here. So we didn't have many items, and then we just died because apparently, you know, not only do you have the impending, I guess, we call it challenge of climbing the thing, you also have to worry about the rising lava levels, and I'm just like, god damn it, man. So the lava raise up and kill us, kill all of us because we got stuck in a segment. Oh, you don't play much PvP games. Honestly, man, I was raised in the PvP, born, molded by it. What do you call it? We grew, actually, I guess not if you think about it, because the whole origin where Hunter came from is Blizzard, which is like an art or not World of Warcraft, just Warcraft. I didn't really play World of Warcraft. Well, first of all, because it's subscription based. So, you know, young Hunter did not have cash to spend. Similar to old Hunter. Don't notice the ongoing theme here. But a friend of a family, an older one, introduced me to Warcraft. Warcraft 3, The Reign of Chaos. And then Warcraft 3, The Frozen Moon. But back to Reign of Chaos, there's a guy called Rexar, and like, what do you call it? He's like a hunter. I think he's a hunter class, and then that's where Hunter came from. So for people wondering, like, where the origin of Hunter came from, it's in the Warcraft 3 days. Honestly though, shout out to Warcraft 3 because like, what you may call it, the mini games on Warcraft 3. I guess then again you get the original Dota, which basically spawned the entirety of the MOBA genre. Which I think Blizzard is also still salty about because like back in the olden times they didn't copyright all the games that got work that was made in their engine. God of War is a classic, honestly. A PlayStation. Honestly, after the PlayStation 2, I just hop off of it, to be honest with you, because like they basically the consoles move on to a subscription service, and it just felt stupid, and also don't have the money. So after PlayStation 2, I abandoned the console, and we became a laptop gamer. And can I just say, I guess, you know, as an introduction to like gaming, laptop is not that bad, but you know, that shit is underpowered, my guy. Buy a desktop if you can. But then again, if you buy a desktop, you gotta buy a monitor, you gotta buy a mouse, keyboard, and shit like that. So it's not all built in one, right? So, what you may call it? It's not a fun time if you had to build a whole PC and then I have a whole PC setup. But I guess the laptop is a good introduction, though. Very very underpowered. But yeah, when I upgraded to my big boy, my first big boy, it was honestly night and day in terms of like performance, man. Because like back in the olden times, when I was on my laptop, it was not a fun time. And probably melted my balls as part of the process. Because what do you call it? That shit gets really hot. I don't even know why we're doing this, man. Yeah, whatever. And then we did Halo 3, a little bit of Halo 3. Because like a friend of my brother brought it over, and then I played a little bit of that. That was cool. But we never went Xbox in this household. And now look at Halo. It's now on PC. And I still will not buy it. Alright, Peppa, you have a good night. I don't even know what we're gonna do for the finale. Honestly, man. I mean, if you think about it, life-wise, Turkin has been struggling throughout his entire goddamn life, okay, man? Man even only had prototype shoes, man. And now look at him. He's chilling. He's living the good life. You know, realistically speaking, I don't know what we're gonna do. That's a very good question, honestly. Maybe this is where he retires, you know, run a shop in the local city. Unfortunately, I don't think Black Scratch actually has any housing we can buy, if I remember correctly. But the problem is that even if we move to Black Scratch, right? Like we'll still have to live a hunting life because in order to feed ourselves, we either have to, craft and then import food, or there actually is a building, 84,000 in there. 16,000 for a tiny house. But like realistically, if we're gonna live in a major city, you're gonna need food production to basically to feed people and shit like that. So yeah, I think for the most part, it's been a good run. I think again, Kenshi wise, it's proving that you can survive against the odds, right? Like I don't know, there was definitely 17 attempts before this, so I mean countless of hunters, because like it's not one attempt per thing, right? It's 17 different streams before we get to this iteration of hunter reincarnated as Turkin. And yeah, I definitely think one thing is separating your warrior class with your production class, because at the end of the day, if the production class dies and shit like that, that just drags down your entire economy basically. So you definitely want to separate them if you want to maximize what do you call it, your profits, because you would think in a post-apocalyptic thing, you don't have to worry about profits, but yeah, you still gotta worry about profits, dog. Life is what you may call it, made of money basically. You gotta money to buy medicine, money to buy food, money to buy your weapons and shit like that. Until you become self-sufficient enough to produce your own weapons, your own food. Well, actually, I don't think we can produce food natively, because we live in a desert. If you live in a more wet biome, you can grow hydroponics, and then those hydroponics can turn into food. So you can, I guess, be a little bit independent from the Joe Smos, but because we can't produce our own food due to the fact that there's a lack of water, and we can't import water, at least on a consistent basis. And we just gotta deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, we have a good structure, good bones on our group here. I definitely think the Valley of Beaks have been like one of the things that have defined Turkin life, due to the fact that we lost a lot of good people to Beak things, but we also gained a lot through Beak things. Like they trained us, they made us who we are today, I guess. So the Beak things are great. The Beak things are good early training. I think one thing though is that I would like to switch to a different region, because this is the second time we play in this region, so we didn't get to really experience against much other besides your Joe's Bowl. But I mean, it's a good region, relatively speaking. There's good money opportunities to be made via the loot, the local ruins of like the peeps. So like, that's not a bad spot per se, but yeah, it is a spot that we do find ourselves in a lot. So you would probably want to play in a different region. And also, this is kind of a mid-tier region anyways, so like, dirt bug. You might be a shitter. I think we gotta construct additional bed. So realistically, at this point, I think we have enough home people to basically manage our baseline production, and we basically gotta start, what you may call it, expanding out our combat squad so that we have more combat power, because realistically, only Turkin is like the really strong one at this point. And that's because his strength is high too, which makes it really nice. These guys need to train up their strength in order to use their weapon properly, because the more blunt damage, the more what you may call it, strength you need in order to use it properly. So these guys are not using their strength weapon properly. But that's fine. That's whatever, man. Yeah, I mean, realistically, training, from shitter to not shitter is the biggest thing, right? So I definitely think we have definitely ascended to that point now, and realistically now it's just you gotta grind to the end game stats, but I feel like that's gonna need at least mid game units. At least since we're gonna do it normally. Of course, you know, there's in Kenshi there's ways to like I guess bypass the grind and like train your guy up like very quickly. I generally don't like to do that. But you know, this game is, you know, like what you may call it. It's a single player game, so like you can make it as hard or easy as you want to. There's not really like a set defined like way to play, right? So, and my style usually revolves around production and, you know, like getting enough to produce your own shit, basically. Because I do think that, you know, being able to produce your own shit is important, as buying it or importing that shit is gonna be very expensive. So I generally avoid importing if possible. Ideally you want to get yourself, but some items you can import. So it's not too bad. I actually kind of want to recruit dirt bug. I guess we kind of cheated a little bit because we did recruit a couple of people who basically was able to accelerate Hunter's training arc. But I feel like really we could have grinded basically, so it's not too bad. Trying to pick up additional combat people, man. Yeah, because realistically, I think 6 heavy weapon users can definitely... 6 heavy infantry. I'm going to call them heavy infantry because that's what they really are, you know? I think 6 heavy infantry can take on, you know, a bunch of light infantry units. Of course, depending on how trained they are, like the grass pirates. I think 6 heavy infantry, stat level 50, can definitely handle them. But, let's say the skeleton bandits. 6 heavy infantry, I don't think we'll be able to punch through enough. Where's Turkin, bro? Oh, there's more people quoting death. I hate these motherfuckers that play dead, man. What are you gonna do about it, huh? It's not fair that they get to play dead even though we caught them. It's whatever, man. Do we have enough weapons? Where's Reyna? I think Reyna, do you have a level 6 already? Yeah, you do. Alright, Gut, you can switch out your weapon then. Oh wait, Dirtbug is part of the main, gonna be part of the main squad. I guess for the time being you can get that. That's fine, I guess. Give you masterwork armor. We're gonna have to give you masterwork leggings. We're gonna have to switch this over. Samurai leg plate. Alright, we'll let you finish that. Yeah, I am excited about Kenshi too, though. I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna push the envelope, because like I definitely think, you know, beyond the sandbox thingy and the combat thingy, I guess there's really not much that much to do besides exploring the lore and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, we move beyond, you know, just shitter combat. We're actually like somewhat decent, I guess. We're not perfectly strong because there's elite individuals that are like 100 and stuff like that. But I think around 70 and 80 is when you got like really decent units. Hunter's already there. The only problem now for Hunter is that realistically we don't really have that many targets that can train us. Alright, let's stop that queue. So the real question is, what is going to be our next game, Hunter? That is a good question because I don't know. To answer you, because I'm thinking, I'm like, you know, I have been enjoying a lot of PvP games, but I feel like that's like almost career suicide, basically. Due to the fact that we're basically bad. Is the general gist of things. All right, y'all, we're not really that good. Then why do you play it? Because I enjoy it. EU5 could be a possibility. But that's like a big, you know, shift, I guess. And also, I don't know how I guess then again, you know, at the end of the day, you got at the end of the day, usually I try to play games that I'm interested in. So if I'm not interested in it, it's gonna be real hard to play it, right? Like, you know, I generally figure out pretty quickly if I basically vibe with the game. Because sometimes, you know, a game you play doesn't really like match up with your vibe. What are you doing, Dirtbug? What the fuck? All right, Rena. Do medium armor smith. Yeah, and then leather is gonna be up next. Cause I need to make a helmet for my guy. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? Like logistically speaking, you know, you're gonna need a lot of logistics to go into like actually doing combat and shit like that. Right now, a lot of our people are just being at home and they're actually eating through a surprising amount of food. But that's fine. I mean, we can always hunt big things. It's not the end of the world. I think I'm gonna do one more cell. And then maybe we'll just grind some big things like good old times, I guess. Is she making... Where's Reyna? Oh, she's bugged. Yeah, this house is also kind of buggy. Which is a good reason to move, honestly. Yeah, realistically, if we ever have a part 2 of this, we're gonna have to train up, I would say... Well, we'll need to recruit a couple more people, but we're gonna have to train them up to become, like, level 50s. And then from level 50s, realistically, you know, the war is your oyster at that point. Excuse me? 7,500? How about you go fuck yourself? I mean, technically we can recruit that, but, like... Nah, fuck you. So I'm fishing for a masterwork helmet right now. The rest of these can be sold. Turkin sold everything, but then forgot to bring back the stuff. Whoops. Honestly, bad. Just give that to Turkin. Fuck it. I'm just gonna sell it. That anything that is not masterwork, that shit got to go. Yeah, if you look at this entire inventory for like a lot of our peeps, like it adds up, yo. 17, 9, 21. So like, you know, it is definitely very expensive. And now we're gonna start slowly upgrading everybody over to like the new helmet. The only problem is that we're gonna need a lot more shit. So I'm gonna take like one of y'all to go operate this plate feeding thing, because like we're gonna need a lot more due to the fact that this lady is just consuming an astronomical amount. And, you know, it's decent protection. And good protection in Kenshi goes a long way because it prevents your people from dying. Or at least it reduces their chance of dying. So, like, a lot of the early peeps who were with me, you know, the reason why they died was simply put the... Whatchamacallit? They didn't really have good protection. So, like, once you get some decent armor, you're going to see a huge reduction. And I guess the amount of people that dies. Because, like, realistically, improved armor should help. And yeah, I think the hard cap of crafting is around... I mean, I feel like 93 is definitely the hard cap, man. Or 92 is where, like, it gets ridiculously long amount of time before you see, like, any percentage increase. And then for crafting, yeah, 26 to maybe 20... So I think 27 is definitely going to be, like, the max. I don't want to drag this problem back with me, man. Yeah, I think if we have 6 individuals like Turkin level, we could take on medium infantry or like not too heavy. But then again, Hunter's like an exception rather than, you know, like the norm, because like you basically gotta go through a lot of intense training and, like, you know, you gotta risk a lot of things if you want to get to this guy's level, man. Did you drop off all the shit? Yes, you did. Good shit. And then... yeah, I think we have to mass produce the helmets because of emergency. But, like, we're no longer in an emergency anymore, so we don't have to, like, be, ultra conservative, I guess. So we can start replacing the helmets because, yeah, I think there's a lot of specialist grade that needs to go. And yeah, overall, I mean, you know, we had a fun. I have a fun time. Hopefully, everybody have a fun time. I definitely think I need a staple game, and then whatchamacallit. A game. Maybe more demos because, like, the thing with me is that really, like, if it's something captured my interest, I'm gonna play the shit of it, as you can probably tell. And I don't think Rimworld's gonna happen, y'all. I hate to say it, but I think I'm kind of past my Rimworld stage at this point. So we might not. We're definitely not gonna do Rimworld. So I am kind of interested in trying out the DLC, but again, like, if I'm gonna put money, I'm probably gonna put money in, you know, something that I'm probably gonna play for quite a long time, which is why, like, I think EU5 is looking like really nice. Not gonna lie. Good shit. Ew, specialist. Ew. We're definitely gonna have to upgrade their legging. But yeah, EU5 is looking potentially likely to be our next staple game. Or maybe EU4. I mean, you know, technically, like, you know, EU4 still got a couple. Like, I haven't played EU4 as, as much. But I think realistically, I mean, we should probably move on to like the modern iteration, right? Like, I have been playing like a lot of old games. Maybe it's time to embrace the future, old man. No more ancient games. Yeah, I think one thing though, like before we send this off, is that I want to equip all my dudes with like, you know, the god tier armor, which means we're gonna have to do like a lot of mass production of like shitty stuff. But that's fine. Our craftsmith is actually like pretty good. I mean, like 1 out of 4, right? So like, it's just a numeric. We just gotta keep spamming out shit, importing shit. I mean, on the off chance that, you know, we visit the war, at least we'll have, you know, a very strong baseline to work off of. I'm also trying to pick up a couple more recruits too, so that we have like a good, I guess, recruitment pool. The only problem is that every recruit we pick means, you know, more shit that needs to get produced and like sold and shit like that, man. And then these people, I feel like a working class, like this, you know, armor set for them is pretty good. Some of these don't even have shirts. I forgot. We really exploded our like recruitment pool, and like realistically, I mean the armor speaking, those things take like quite a while. Yeah, I think after we're done with plate, I think we're gonna go back to making shirts or better shirts. They're great. I mean, realistically wise, they don't affect combat much, right? Now cut wise, I don't think cut is that big of a deal to begin with, though. I think hunter will need to go like actually go hunt. All right, hunter. I think I don't like leaving my men behind. But you know what are the odds that we're gonna get raided? It's crazy, man. I feel like we went from we're gonna bust this nest to this nest always regenerating. But then again, you know, the Valley of Beaks have provided us with like a lot of basically our entire like subsistence and stuff like that. So like, I can't be too mad, I guess. Yeah, I mean this valley has give us a lot. It's so nice. Just having combat affected people, man. I don't think Turkey gets any XP from this, right? Yeah, very little. Alright, the bug. Make sure to go around because like we don't specialize on killing animals. Yeah, because he probably has the lightest inventory or the heaviest inventory out of all of us, so he's gonna need to weight train anyways. I mean, realistically, we should also have him pick up a big body too, so that he has maximum strength XP, man. All right, make sure to patch each other up. Yeah, realistically, it's the alpha that you really gotta worry about, because like the alpha is the only one who's strong enough. But it looks like the alpha is bugged, so like this is kind of free, as they call it. All right, Eon, you take that one. Actually, Hunter could probably take on 2 at a time. Oh, there's a big thing alpha! Shit. Oh shit, there's 3 alphas, bro. What? Yeah, I don't know about 3 alphas, y'all. Alright, you can fight this guy. You 1v1 this guy. Dirtbug will need to fall back. Yeah, Turkin, it's time to leave. Time to leave, y'all! I want to take on the alpha. Wait, spread out. Big things? If you get grouped up, a big thing will fuck you up. So like realistically, you want to spread out your dudes, so that they don't damage basically infinity your ass. Yeah, these guys need to strength train. In order to use again heavy weapon effectively, your squad needs to have enough heavy weapon. Yeah, make sure to skin them. Hunters can take on a big thing. That's fine. I don't like the overextension. Oh, stop being such a baby. Alright, you guys. Just heal up. Oh, shit. I think that's enough big things, y'all. Well, I mean, you know, if they ask, why not? Yeah, the only problem with big thing is that sometimes, man, I feel like the range, the combat range is fucking bullshit. I mean, realistically, you should probably attack from multiple angles. Come on, guys. Let's fucking go, bro. Oh, I didn't mean to take that. Oh shit. Alright, well. Fall back, y'all. We gotta go drop off all the shitty stuff. I mean, right now he's strength training a little bit because his strength fucking sucks major PP. Oh, wait. We might be at maximum ammo skin capacity, dog. Oh, let's go. 2 more masterworks. You like to see those? Sorry, you can't show mercy, man. I'm telling you, in the wasteland, mercy is what gets you killed in the wasteland. Okay, we're gonna need to recruit a couple people to like, who's working on the outside these days? Alright, if you're working on the outside, congratulations. We need some internal people. Well, drop off your iron before you go do whatever you. Damn, a couple of these individuals don't even have like medical supply. I mean, holy shit. Here. There we go. Yeah, just make sure everybody got medical supply. You never know if you're gonna get injured. I think one of the things that we always neglect is medical supply. It always comes back to bite me in the ass. Alright, what do we got? We just got a shit ton of leather because like we need more people producing. Sand. I think you just joined, right? I mean, your laboring's not bad. Holy shit. Trying to see like what we lack. Alright, you need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. Dirtbug, you can go outside. Bro, what is up with these new people not having medkits? Alright, so we have a lot of things to sell tomorrow. Because we need to reduce the leather. So let's use this bag. Why is there a pair of pants here, man? Oh wait, I gotta turn off jobs because Hunter will drop off all the shit. Alright, so that takes care of the leather shit. Next thing we gotta do is take care of this shit. And technically, I need to buy 2 AI cores, so like we need 100 grand. don't think these guys are that good at laboring. I guess the good news, if you want to view it like this, is that these drive-bys that happen, right? Like, they strengthen our character, which makes them stronger. So, you know, it's not too bad. The occasional drive-by beats up our character and also, you know, like strengthen them up so that they can defend themselves. So if you look at it in that perspective, you know, it's a training opportunity for these individuals. And then you can stand. You're good. You're good. Yeah, right now the only problem is that, so the thing is that raw leather, it says it's sell for 244, but unprocessed is a 40% down. So like, what you may call it, you gotta process it in order for it to like to actually sell pretty well. If you don't process it, then you take a 40% thing, and yeah, I'm not paying below market rate, bro, because like that leather can sell for 300, but we sell for like 140. So it is a no bueno. And then is this guy's store just okay? Good. He's placing some of the shit or shitty stuff, which is good. All right, sell all of that, Johnny. 40,000. Just add like another grand or two. 60,000. Yeah, we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it, you know, sooner than later. And remember, the longer your labor pool survives, the more resources it generates anyways. So what should we call it? It's not too shabby. And yeah, I mean, maybe we should buy a new leg. Nah, let's just upgrade to tech, and then realistically, we should probably just manufacture our legs and shit like that. Oh shit, gut. Why is your leg all fucked up? You can go to bed. Anybody else all fucked up? Dan is fucked up. That's probably. Is that enough? I think it's quicker if you just send it to one person and then that one person distributes it. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Alright. Get rid of all this shit. Ah, we're missing one more. Motherfucker. Well, all this gotta go. Just do leathersmith, lady. We don't have enough labor right now, man. And then hench still got 30 extra, man. Jesus fuck Christ. Yeah, plate making is very labor intensive. Oh wait, we have an extra long cleaver, bro. Unless someone dropped off their... Oh, it's me. It was me. Yeah, I think with Universal Wasteland Expanded, if you want to make money, do crafting, man. The raw materials can turn into money. The items you craft can turn into money. And if you hunt animals like me, you can use that to your advantage and what do you call it? Train your people and make money at the same time. Yeah, it's definitely been a what some would call a lucrative endeavor. Holy shit, he's about to hit 90 athletics! The 90 athletics! The 90 athletics is true! The random death scavenger! The random death scavenger is true! Oh, you know what? It's motherfucking dogs. I was wondering, like, how did my people get disabled so badly? It's the goddamn casual dog drive-by. Go, stay in fucking bed. Go back to Iron. Take their medicine so that they can't heal themselves. Alright, only one person doesn't have a thing, but that's fine. That's whatever, man. It's probably not going to come back and bite me in the ass. But yeah, right now, we keep wanna like increasing the amount of fighters that are available. Yeah, because the more fighters, the more people who can protect our things. I guess the one thing is that we also need lights too, which like kind of useful. I don't think we can build like lights that special out there. Holy shit. That actually worked, my guy. Oh, baby. That's actually kind of goated. So what does it mean? This means that we have 100% night efficiency. That's insane, bro. That's actually, like, economically speaking, that means we can produce iron at like a very, very great rate. Trying to get AI core right now, dog. I know I should not be laughing, but I mean, these motherfuckers kind of deserve it. So, yeah, fuck those guys, bro. And yeah, that searchlight, probably one of the best investment we have made, dude, in quite a while. And then ideally, I want to get another searchlight so that we cover the entire area with light. And what that allows us to do is basically we can work 2 iron node at full production rate if we really wanted to. We're gonna keep Sand and Yurt together. Rin is our technically a 3rd in command. Actually 2nd in command of this squad. And then Gut and Lin are the labor specialists plus Jab. And then Rin can be our generalist. And then these 2 could just, you know, like process this shit down because like we still got 100. We still got 100, man. Fucking crazy. Well, at least now we have people who are going to consume this shit down for us. So, you know, over time, we should be able to work down our surplus, which is going to be good. And then we probably need another storage for other, man. Case me. Okay, now we have extra storage for if we get more leather than we we can make use of. Right, so it seems as though 85 is like the hard cap of labor, so these guys should get to the hard cap of labor sooner than later. And then we're working up our stockpile. Realistically, I would need a plate beater. So fabric, cooking, research, and then you have really nothing else to do. You can plate beat. Yeah, I think I might need like one more person in order. There's just so much goddamn labor, man. Everything is labor, but you know, we run a pretty effective outpost. Now, granted, I definitely think I want to restore this base back to like 100% operational. But we can't repair the wall, unfortunately. I think if you want to actually do this, you gotta pay somebody 100,000 cats, and then they like repair the outpost for you, probably. And then you can do your thing. But the problem is that, well, we kind of skipped that step, basically, because, like, we need to make money now rather than make money later. But yeah, I think if you want to do this legitimately, you pay someone, because there's someone in the tech lab that basically asks for, like, 100K, and then he'll hit you up with, like, an outpost, I guess, or restore an outpost for you. And then from there, I guess you buy one of the buildings and, you know, like, you manage it, or maybe he gives you the entire thing. I'm not entirely sure, man. Because we didn't have 100K at the time. 51 blunt, 70 hot, 90%. Every hit. Cover the little noggin, man. Let's take a little screenshot of like all of our peeps. No more jobs. Everybody come over here. So Dirtbug was like our latest addition. Maybe we want to do a little bit like a better area. Like out here. Oh wait, yours doesn't have a helmet. We should probably make a helmet. Sorry, Reina, can you go real quick and craft a stuff for us? Jab. I'm gonna need to come inside so that we can get you a helmet, lady. Oh my god, it actually masterwork too. Technically, Dirtbug is not like a combat specialist, but you know, it's whatever, man. Honestly, he's in with the family, you know what I'm saying? And then Dirtbug. I kind of want a fifth guy. I don't know about this one official, Chris. We're kind of wrapping up.
Official underscore CHRZS with a follow.
Wait, we're kind of wrapping up our Kenshi run right now. I'm just taking a little screenshot of my dudes. So on the right side, we have all of our production people. I didn't realize Jab was so short. But then again, you know, look at Turkin. Turkin's short. Actually, I think Jab might be a little bit shorter than us, but yeah, we got a little matching uniform going on. So my warriors, or my people who fight, we got the heavy set, and then for the people who don't fight, we got a little light set for those guys. And then Reina is the official production specialist, whatever, I don't know, the leader of the workers. And then over here, Turkin is the leader of the warriors. We don't have a lot of warriors, as you can probably tell. We have way more producers. But you know, I think that's how Kenshi usually operates. Unless you go lone wolf. If you go lone wolf, then you know your character's got to be master of all, right? So I think Dirtbug is going to get food. But yeah, I mean, these people are what generates our income, so that these people can get their ass beat on a daily basis, and also have like the nice equipment and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, the only one who really it's kind of funny because like the old guards kind of lose their legs compared to the young guards. Yeah, these guys all have their limbs intact, partially because, well, I mean, they have better equipment than us, right? So like, it's kind of not our fault, y'all. Also, can you just get some meat? And yeah, I think if we're gonna do like a season 2 kind of thing, we'll have to move to a different region, because like technically this region is not really good to settle unless you have like a couple of good combat people, or you have very good defenses, because there's a lot of people that want to kill you, and a lot of high tier people. We didn't align ourselves with the whatchamacallit. Why aren't you getting food, man? Dirtbug, did you drop your food? No, you didn't. Oh, it's because we're in different squads. Nope. I guess because we're in the same range? But yeah, I guess if we're gonna do a season 2, we're probably, I don't know, we probably have to move. I mean, this valley has provided us with like basically all of our resources that allows us to build, you know, the medium or the heavy armor set, and also the medium armor set or light. I don't know. At least does it consider light or medium? It's medium. And yeah, I think once we decouple the fighting crew with the production crew, like realistically, things ramp up like way more quickly. I think when you combine the two, you kind of lose the efficiency, I guess, because like in this game, it's a little bit grindy. So, you know, like having people both do both means they're jack of all trades but master of none, right? So like a lot of our production crew died and we lost a lot of that labor time or labor specialists, which caused like a lot of delays. Once we start settling down and having people, what you may call it, stick to their role either as a warrior or a manufacturer, that really allowed us to, you know, get the explosive that that we need, right? So yeah, I think for season 1 we're probably gonna conclude it here with these sets of people, and then for season 2 we gotta figure out like what the next goal is, I guess, because that we live in, and what you may call it, I would like to move to a different biome, but I don't know what biome we can move to, because like there's a lot of hostile biomes out there. We could move to like the fish people, but the problem is that we don't really have a lot of combat specialists, nor do we have a lot of strong men to begin with. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell like where we're gonna pivot the series, but overall, I think I'm happy. I mean, it took us 17 different iterations of streaming and runs and stuff like that. And it is kind of funny that the previous run also kind of lines up with this run a little bit. Due to the fact that this area is like where we usually like pop off on. So I guess, you know, if you ever want to pop off, I feel like this corner of the map, not that bad. You have Black Scratch, which has basically a lot of the recipes that you're going to need. And what do you call it? You have a lot of loot potential, which is very nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna conclude it here. I'd like to thank everyone for, you know, watching and supporting our Kenshi series. I know it got on a little bit long, but sometimes, you know, that shit just happens, right? So I don't know where we're gonna take out the next series. I'm leaning towards, well, there's a couple of games I'm leaning towards, honestly. On the PvP side, I have been enjoying a lot of what you may call it, Battlefield 6, and I'm gonna throw Apex in there because I think Apex, with the changes that it made, is actually kind of fun. So like, what you may call it, I'm kind of interested in doing those two for PvP aspects, but it's highly unlikely because realistically, I'm not really that good. I'm gonna be upfront. We're actually kind of garbage, but you know, it's all about having fun. I guess, at least for me. So it's highly unlikely we're gonna do those two. And then the next two, which is probably gonna be more likely, is that we need to go back, finish Frostpunk. We still got 2 more levels that I need to beat. Technically 3, because technically we didn't beat Winterhome, but like I kind of got to the point where like I think Winterhome, we're almost there. We just gotta change a couple things. But realistically, I'm just gonna call it beat for the time being. And then if you want to go back and like, you know, be really anal and like finish like perfect finish, then we can do Winterhome. But we still gotta do the outpost, and then we gotta do surviving the autumn. And probably autumn is probably gonna be my last like official stream for Frostpunk, man, because I think at that point I've basically grinded through the entire game. I think it's highly likely that we're gonna probably do Frostpunk. I think that's a good fob, like safe plan, and the music in the background is kind of Frostpunk. It's not kind of Frostpunk. It is Frostpunk. Maybe EU5. I've been seeing a lot of positive thing, and I think it might be worth it. The only thing is that I kind of got burned by Paradox, and I explained that in the beginning of the stream a little bit, and I'm kind of like hesitant to pull the trigger, but it might be an option. We will see. I think I'm gonna sit back and just watch a couple of more reviews and see how it's getting updated and stuff like that before we pull the trigger. And that's probably gonna absorb our entire gaming budget because we're caught. If you don't know Paradox Games, any Paradox title, they have a billion DLCs, so I'm assuming EU5 is gonna be it's gonna follow the same course. And yeah, from there we'll probably throw in more demos. I feel like demos have been pretty popular with the peeps, and I think demos is honestly fun because we get to see what works, what doesn't work, what genre that we like, what genre we don't like. Because sometimes you play a series and you're like, this is not really us. It doesn't really align with our at least aligns with my ideal game to play. So we're gonna throw because we've been on the Kenshi craze for like quite a while. So whatchamacallit, I think it'd be good to throw in a little bit of diversity into the games that we played. And yeah, overall, I think we finally got us this series again in the same region that we seeded previously, which is kind of like, okay, maybe we gotta be a little bit more ruthless and then take off the chains a little bit. I definitely think there's gonna be, if we do another season of Kenshi, we want to do like a migration kind of thing into a different region so that we get to experience the different dynamics of power and like different like income. It is going to be daunting to basically have to uproot yourself, but I think it'll be fun. I'm not sure when season 2 is gonna be, but it's probably gonna be quite a while because like I'm kind of burnt out. We played a lot of Kenshi, man. Then again, Kenshi's been a fun time anyway, so like it worked for me. So yeah, I think next game it's probably gonna be Frostpunk because I don't think. Well, we'll see. It's probably gonna be Frostpunk, and then from there we'll probably throw in demos and stuff like that, and for a staple game, maybe I don't know, man. I kind of want to throw in a couple of the PvP games just for funsies, because we do Battlefield, Apex, and then I guess there's also Counter-Strike. That we could possibly throw in for the multiplayer pool. But yeah, for now though, I'd like to thank everyone watching. My name's been Hunter OG. If I do not see you in our future endeavors, then just have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or wherever you are. Just be safe. And we'll see everybody later on that.